afternoon. Today, we're opening a new chapter of our lives, and we're closing an old chapter. For some of us, the most important and formative chapter of our lives so far. As we do this, I'd like to reflect on what a special and transformative environment the Women and Gender Studies Department has been. It is a space of community, a space of growth, and a space of intellectual curiosity. In this major, I've met the most passionate people I've met in my entire life. Clearly, none of us joined Women and Gender Studies or declared it as a major because of the high demand in the job market. In fact, the vast majority of us are double majors. We declared Women and Gender Studies and became engaged in women's studies because of a passion for social justice and a desire for meaningful change in the lives of those who need it most. Right now, with our upcoming presidential election, I think it's safe to say that the world needs women's studies more than ever. I'd like to thank our teachers for providing us with an academically rigorous environment, challenging our preconceived notions, and ensuring that our arguments were solid. My teachers in Women and Gender Studies awarded me the gift of high expectations. High expectations, I think, is the greatest gift a teacher can bestow on their students. Because in my Women and Gender Studies classes, everyone wanted to be there. Everyone rose to meet those expectations, and you couldn't coast through a class unless you did every single reading and fully engaged with the material. Going forward, a lot of us aren't sure where we're going, but we can go forward with resolve. I've made some resolutions in my graduation from Women and Gender Studies, and I hope that you join me in affirming these resolutions. I resolve that my education does not end here. I commit myself to lifelong learning and growth. I resolve to commit myself to an epistemology that values multiple ways of knowing and knowledge production, even if those ways are back massage trains or sitting in a dark room and listening to music. I resolve to think critically and challenge existing power structures every day. I resolve to embrace the value of failure and view it as a source of possibility and learning. I resolve to embrace the radical potential of the unknown and unlimited possibilities that lay before all of us today. I resolve to find or forge the path truest to myself, even if it doesn't exist yet. I resolve to practice self-love and self-care and recognize the importance of drawing boundaries. I resolve to demand the best of myself, intellectually, professionally, and personally. And I resolve to demand the best from others as well. I resolve to call others out when needed and call them into community. I resolve to build coalitions and bridges. I resolve to maintain my passion for social justice. And I resolve to create a life that brings meaningful improvements to those in marginalized communities. And finally, I resolve that when someone asks me why I'm studying Women and Gender Studies and what good that will be, I will engage them in a socialist feminist critique of wage labor and power structures that exploit workers and value us not based on what we contribute intellectually, but what we contribute to, or based on what we manufacture. Thank you.